Hello, and welcome to Morning Coffee with Attorney Janine Broadnax. Thank you for tuning in. It is good to have you all here with me. Today's topic will be selecting an agent. An agent can be someone that's a power of attorney or an executor for your will or a trustee. Those are some ideas of agents, and those are what you call fiduciary roles. Those agents will have a responsibility to act for you if you become disabled. If you become in a situation where you cannot act for yourself, make your own decisions, then you can have an agent step up for you. So, as I stated, that could be a power of attorney or a trustee. Now, when you're deceased, you have a will, and so in the will, an executor is the fiduciary who will see that the things that you want to be accomplished are accomplished via your will. So now I'm going to give you some tips in selecting a fiduciary, because just by the word fiduciary, that should let you know that that person is going to be handling money and property. So when you think about someone handling your money and property, you surely want to make sure they are trustworthy, right? So, 4 quick tips with selecting an agent or fiduciary. 1, that the person should be honest and trustworthy. 2, you definitely have to make sure that the person has the time to be able to assist with your finances, assist with your property, assist with your affairs, because if the person is just busy and have their own things to do, then that would make them not a good agent, because they would not have the time to commit to assisting you with your affairs. The third thing I would say is that you want to make sure that your agent is good with finances. You want to make sure your agent is someone who has their own affairs in orders, because you wouldn't want a situation where, let's just say that the agent would be tempted to do something inappropriate or misappropriate funds because they've come into access to your money and they themselves are, having a hardship. So you don't want to put someone in a position where they themselves are struggling with their own finances, and now you've given them access to your finances. And especially depending on the size of your estate. Clearly, if you have, a smaller estate where, the main things that a person will be taking care of is not really cash, then, maybe that's not something you have to worry about. However, if your estate is larger and there is going to be cash or life insurance policies, you sure want to make sure that you select someone who's good with finances. And finally, I would say that you want to select someone who is able to get along with other people. You want to have someone who is more of a peacemaker versus a person who would cause problems. I mean, sometimes there could be potential conflicts that an agent would have to address. And so you definitely it would be best to have someone who is calm and who, is able to relate to people well, so that, your affairs would, go smoothly. Throughout the process of handling your affairs, your agent would have to deal with different people. And so clearly, if they are just in general a type of person who gets along with others, that will, make your the process go smoother, as well as not waste time. And time, as we know, is money. And, you don't want your assets being spindled down just by, the fact that your agent is not doing a good job. So those are the 4 tips to consider when you're selecting an agent. And as we talk about with estate planning, there's your executor as your trustee for your trust. So that is when you are having to select those things. And so when you are in those positions, you definitely want to choose wisely, because if you choose the wrong person and they have access to those things, then they can make not good decisions. And, you can also select your attorney to be a fiduciary for you through some of your estate planning documents, of course, if your attorney is in agreement with that. And there's also corporate companies and banks that will sign up to be your fiduciary if you pay them. Of course, that is a fee for that. But one thing for sure is that they are held to the standard that, they have to protect your assets and handle your affairs properly. So it makes it a little bit easy, of course, when someone is being paid to do their job. But like I said, those are for situations where you feel that's necessary or you have a larger estate. So there's lots of different options. Of course, if you have any questions or concerns, or you want to talk to me more about fiduciaries and selecting an agent, definitely reach out. And I would say stay safe and continue to take care of yourself. And have a good day, everyone. Until the next time.